The Green Ralph concrete pumper came to pour the rest of the southeast retaining wall. See the first photo. Double dump trucks came all day to take away dirt from the middle of the field. Also, dirt was brought from the future garage, dumped onto the ground beside the excavator, and reloaded into the on-road double dumpers to be sent south on SR 900. A second smaller Ralph pumper was there almost all afternoon. It was used to pump concrete slurry into the retaining wall for the car lanes. See the second photo. The dirt from the center of the field is still being trucked away. Even the dirt from the garage to be is loaded up, unloaded, and then reloaded and taken away. They have covered some of this area with white visqueen to protect against weekend rain. Some of the field areas are really muddy. The big news today was the addition of pillar girders, beams, and struts to go up to the height of the 5th level roof. I've been a little anxious as to, did I get the call right on which floor was which? So far, so good. The flatbed trucks keep bringing in more structural steel. It's going to be a very substantial middle school. And yes, it looks like there will be plenty of view space for residents on the Timber Ridge first floor to see the cascades over the top of the school. See the first photo. The second photo is included to show the mass of steel that encloses the basketball court. It looks to me that they will have the same AM radio reception problem that Timber Ridge has. The last photo shows in the far left the carving out of the teacher garage. It's surprising to see the low floor level in relation to the school entrance. The retaining structure on the south end of the property took on a new form today. It looks like stair steps and maybe seats are going to be incorporated into the design, like an amphitheater. Just kidding. The reason for my latest guess is in the photo. The 4th and 5th floors have had more steel framing added today. Don Ryder took the second photo of that work. I took the last photo at the end of the weekend work today. Both photos show several skinny trusses being added to hold up a roof. This was a day where everyone was busy, but there was almost nothing to report. The big American crane was moved to its alternate location, more central to the building, and a concrete pumper boom came all the way into the field area and put out its support legs. The next time I looked, it was on its way out of the secondary gate, but it turned left and proceeded up Talus Drive. Yesterday, we said that there was lots being done, but nothing new worth reporting. Today, there was both. Lots being accomplished and lots to read and write about. Double dump trucks came in empty and left full all day, lifting beams and girders and pan decking from the ground up to the roof area of the classrooms kept the big American crane busy. See the first photo. The installation of the steel pan decking prior to concrete is a major source of the construction noise. Something like a big nail gun keeps things popping. The metal is cut to size by a carborundum saw, which provides both sparks and a screeching noise. The spillway was looking more like an amphitheater with new lumber being used to build large steps or seating on the inside. See the second photo. There was a pour down in the car lanes, something to do with the retaining wall system there. The last two photos show this, plus another view of the spillway taken later in the afternoon. Well, this makes up for yesterday's dearth of construction commentary. New to the site, a Ness Campbell crane came to the south end to lift bundles of rebar to go into the tall wall forms. If you look closely to the lower right of the first photo, you might be seeing the first indication of the car turnaround. The driller dug about a half dozen holes, presumably for the car lane turnaround. Well, the crane left, and in came a brand new Ralph's Washington Cougars boom pumper, crimson and gray, of course, and then the concrete pouring into those holes. They kept pouring on into the night. The big American crane was busy all day lifting beams and roofing materials up above the gym area. See the second photo. The big American crane was at work early, taking trusses from the ground and placing them in a pile on top of the gym area. The trusses were to be fastened in place later. See the first photo. The Ness Campbell from yesterday came back to the south moat area. It was used to pick up and place large falsework forms for the eventual who knows. Another suggestion was made today that this mystery structure was a fish ladder. Still another idea was that it has buttresses, whatever it is. A small pour was made in the car lanes. This area is hard to see. Construction of the lanes and retaining wall is hidden behind a 30-foot wall, or rather, a 30-foot drop behind a retaining wall. See the second photo. The last picture is of the second half of the truss placement. I do not envy these guys. What a cold, scary job. I added the circle so you might more easily find one of these brave persons. Not many working on Saturday. That's normal. Lots of sunshine today. That's not normal. Just the one photo. Is it not worth 10,000 words? Lately, most of the concrete pumps have been equipped with the long boom and thick hoses to get the slurry to where needed. This morning, a pump pulled by a truck came to do a pour into the mass of rebar and forms, making the big retaining wall in the south end. It had no boom, but it did have a long hose. It can be seen in the first photo. I've drawn a circle around the lime green pump. Also in the same photo is a boom pump delivering concrete to the 7 or 8 vertical I-beams being used as part of the retaining system on the wall going down from the car lanes. This is similar to the retaining wall from the Falcon Way sidewalk to the bus lanes. In the lower right of that same photo is a ditch where a green storm water pipe was just buried. A lonely dump truck sits in the middle of everything, stuck in the mud. It's as if it was going to have to stay there as punishment for getting stuck. See the photo. The last photo shows the classroom gym as it looked at 4:20 this afternoon. More has been done since then, such as the addition of trusses to the commons area, but it was too dark to take a picture without special settings and a tripod. Enough for now. Yesterday I wrote about the concrete pumper that didn't use a boom, but rather a long hose to get the slurry to the proper spot. Well, that wasn't quite right. The pumper is really one designed for shotcrete, which is cement plus other stuff sprayed onto the rebar and or mesh and plywood forms. The first photo shows the gold circled pump and the location of the spraying, the green circle, at that time. The second picture is a close-up of the spraying operation. The big crane was busy today. Among other things it did was to transfer 20 loads of pan decking sheet metal flooring to the top of the gym area. Photo number 3 shows this. Sometime in the early afternoon, the dump truck was extracted from the mud. Coincidentally, another dump truck was hauled away on a big flatbed trailer. Toward the end of the day, the big crane was lowered all the way to the ground, but was later raised back up. Pan decking was installed on the north classroom roof. See the first photo. A green boom pump arrived about noon. It was used to pour concrete into the car lanes somewhere in the corner of the lanes and the gym. We could not see what specifically they were doing. See the second photo. Also, hardly anyone noticed the big girder lying on the floor of the commons. See the gold arrow. How did it get there? It was placed there sometime late Monday or early Tuesday. Where is it going from there? The green arrow shows a possible answer. Just about the time I was thinking, same old, what am I going to write about that is interesting? That's when we noticed the change in the roof line. The school design drawings that we have from the internet do not show the diagonal girder, the gold arrow A, or rather the diagonal roof line. Most everything is parallel and perpendicular. Incidental to that same photo, it shows the installation of a small assembly of beams and girders into the building structure, green arrow B. The day started with more shotcrete being added onto the inside of the retaining wall. Now that I look at the diagonal girder again, I can imagine that it will be acting just as a strengthening diagonal structural member that will never be seen by anyone. It will be hidden in with the roof beams.